The upcoming showdown between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul has taken an unexpected turn as it was revealed that Floyd Mayweather, one of boxing's most legendary figures, is training Tyson for the fight. This collaboration has sent shockwaves through the boxing community, as fans and analysts alike speculate on what this alliance could mean for the highly anticipated bout.
Well, I commend Tyson because he's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. You know, he's a legendary champion. And the only thing I have to say about Mike Tyson is everyone is always trying to judge Mike Tyson. He lived his life the way he wanted to live his life. No one can say what they would have done if they were in his shoes. Boxing will live on.
Mike Tyson, often regarded as one of the most fearsome fighters in boxing history, has always been known for his devastating power and relentless aggression. However, his partnership with Floyd Mayweather adds a new layer of intrigue to his preparation. Mayweather, renowned for his unmatched defensive skills, strategic brilliance, and an undefeated record, brings a wealth of experience and knowledge to Tyson's camp. This training collaboration is more than just a pairing of two boxing legends. It's a fusion of contrasting styles. Tyson's explosive power and ferocity, combined with Mayweather's defensive expertise and tactical acumen, create a formidable combination. The two icons have already started working together, with reports of intense training sessions aimed at honing Tyson's skills and preparing him for the unorthodox challenge that Jake Paul presents. Floyd Mayweather's involvement in Tyson's training regimen could significantly influence the outcome of the fight. Known for his ability to outthink and outmaneuver opponents, Mayweather's influence might refine Tyson's approach in the ring. While Tyson has always been a powerhouse, his tendency to rely on sheer aggression could be balanced by Mayweather's focus on defense and counterpunching. Mayweather's training methods emphasize precision, timing, and stamina, attributes that could help Tyson maintain his power throughout the fight and avoid unnecessary risks. This strategic approach could prove crucial against Jake Paul, who, despite being relatively new to boxing, has shown considerable skill and resilience in his matches.
All of it's this is twisting it for like golf. This.
That's how you get the power?
Yeah.
What is it that you're doing there? You're really shifting your weight,
yeah,
right?
It's balance.
Yeah. You know what I noticed about your punches? A lot of times people will teach you want to punch and retract, but with you, every punch is a knockout punch where you
I go with it. I go with it. Everything like boom.
Yeah.
I go through with it. Boom.
Every punch you throw like that.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's return to the ring has been one of the most talked about events in boxing, and his preparation under Mayweather's guidance has only heightened the excitement. Tyson has been seen working on his footwork, head movement, and defensive techniques, areas that have traditionally been associated with Mayweather's style. These elements, combined with Tyson's natural power, could make him an even more dangerous opponent. Moreover, Mayweather's influence extends beyond the physical aspects of training. His mental toughness and ability to remain calm under pressure are traits that Tyson could benefit from, especially considering the media frenzy surrounding the fight. Tyson has expressed his admiration for Mayweather's approach to the sport, noting that he feels more focused and prepared than ever before.
Give up in the air.
The news of Mayweather training Tyson has undoubtedly caught Jake Paul's attention. Paul, who has built a reputation as a formidable competitor in the boxing world, now faces the daunting task of going up against a version of Tyson that has been sharpened by one of the greatest defensive boxers in history. Paul has acknowledged the challenge ahead, but he's also expressed confidence in his ability to rise to the occasion.
I thought Mike was a little bit weird. When he was pushing me, though, he was having the time of his life.
Yeah, so when Jake and Mike did their face-to-face at the end of the press conference, first thing Mike did was come to Jake, started throwing punches, some pushes.
He's like giggling and smiling and shit.
Moreover, Tyson recently appeared on Logan Paul's podcast where he opened up about a side of himself that emerges in the ring when fighting Paul, one he's not particularly fond of revealing. Tyson says the killer side of him usually ends up with him in handcuffs, but it'll be coming out in the ring. Tyson said, "Absolutely, that's gonna happen, but here is what I learned from prior experience. When that tough guy Mike Tyson comes out when it's not necessary to come out, I'm always in handcuffs. So, I'm always careful when that guy comes out. Every time I drink or get ready to fight, I break out in handcuffs. Tyson went into further detail about that darker aspect of himself. He said, "Unfortunately, I have to fight and be that guy. I wish I could stop that guy. That guy haunts me. I wish I could stop that guy. I wish that guy died, but he's here to stay." In a later interview, Tyson revealed that he manages to keep his darker side at bay through the love he has for his children and family. The former heavyweight champion also shared how cannabis has played a significant role in his life since stepping away from boxing. Tyson has had encounters with the law in the past, including instances in which he was intoxicated and in possession of substance. In December 2006, an event unfolded when he was taken into custody in Scottsdale, Arizona, under allegations of DUI and felony drug possession. By September 2007, he had admitted guilt to charges of cocaine possession and impaired driving. He completed 360 hours of community service and was placed on 3 years of probation after serving a 24-hour jail sentence. Tyson continued by saying the killer version of himself is so easy to come back. However, he needs that in the ring because he views Paul as a killer. "That's how I look at him," Tyson said of his future opponent. Mike Tyson has fiercely defended his choice to face off against Jake Paul in response to critics who have pointed to their substantial age difference. Iron Mike remarked, "This is all about jealousy. They wish they could do it. They can't. They can't do it. They're out there making up crazy bullshit, but they wish so bad they were in our position. They wish so bad they could take care of their families the way we can, the way people yell our names. They're world champions." He further added, "No one knows their names. The shit talkers get all the money, the shit talkers get all the attention, the shit talkers get everything. We get a bad rap, but we also get everything else." But there are lots of critics who don't want to see 58-year-old Mike Tyson step into the ring against 27-year-old Jake Paul. The legendary heavyweight champion's health worries grew even more intense when an ulcer flare-up forced him to delay the scheduled fight. Tyson said, "My body is in better overall shape than it has been since the 1990s, and I will be back to my full training schedule soon." Jake Paul, this may have bought you some time, but in the end, you will still be knocked out and out of boxing for good. I appreciate everyone's patience and can't wait to deliver an unforgettable performance later this year. The bout has been pushed to the year's end, and with the revised schedule now set, the initial press conference has finally taken place. Nevertheless, during a recent episode of his podcast, former champion-turned-analyst Sean Porter firmly declared that the matchup would never take place. He said, "I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We're not going to ever see Mike Tyson get in the ring with Jake Paul. I don't call the shots. I just don't think Mike getting in the ring. I just don't see it happening. It didn't make sense to me, even from a business standpoint. I feel like Mike and Jake, even to the lowest common denominator, it didn't make sense." Meanwhile, Jake Paul has compared himself to Tyson Fury ahead of his contentious battle with Mike Tyson. Paul had previously bulked up to 230 pounds to face the former undisputed world champion Tyson. This led Tyson, famously known as the baddest man on the planet, to label the YouTuber as fat. Now, Paul is using Fury as a prime example of a fighter who doesn't fit the ideal body image. He said, "It's peak male performance body, and that is fat. I mean, look at Tyson Fury, for example. He is just a big old milk jug, and look what he's done." Fury, whose brother Tommy handed Paul his only career defeat last year, is preparing for his own fight later this year, his rematch with Alexander Usyk. Before Paul's fight with Tyson was postponed in May, the latter said, "I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should be lean and mean, and he's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off, though, and he's fat." Paul responded to Tyson's jibe by saying, "Hey, Buster Douglas was fat. Am I right? I know. But you know Buster Douglas. I'm better. I'm going to end you quicker than he did, and you'll remember that forever. You started me off. I appreciate that. Mike, I love you. I love you like a father loves his son, but I must discipline you. You're going down, man." Tyson has been out of the ring since his uneventful 2020 exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. His last professional bout, nearly 2 decades ago, ended with him conceding defeat on his stool after 5 grueling rounds against Kevin McBride. At 58, he is 30 years Paul's senior, but insists he can KO the social media star. "We've got a YouTuber fighting the greatest fighter who ever lived. He may have been in the ring with people who have the same intentions, but the actuality, no. As soon as I catch this guy, it's going to be totally over. He's going to run." If there was ever any doubt about Mike Tyson's readiness to take on Jake Paul, the recent press conference in New York provided a clear answer. The electrified atmosphere saw Iron Mike giving Jake Paul a shove during their face-to-face encounter, ramping up the anticipation for their fight. Meanwhile, rumors swirled about Mike Tyson making a phased return to training. Boxing fans caught a glimpse of the legendary fighter at the Terence Crawford-Israel Madrimov exclusive match in Los Angeles. Recently, Tyson appeared alongside Logan Paul and Mike Malak on the set of Impulsive. During their conversation, he reflected on the upcoming Jake-Paul fight in November, drawing insights from a significant historical moment that, in many ways, set the stage for this clash with the problem child. As the show approached its final moments, Logan Paul reflected on the profound impact Mike Tyson had on the world of boxing over the years. From his early days in the sport, Tyson's influence had been undeniable, shaping the landscape in ways few others could. Despite his extensive experience and achievements in pro wrestling, Paul admitted he had never witnessed hype on such an extraordinary scale. "People are branding this as potentially one of the biggest fights ever," said Logan Paul. The very thought made him ponder the sheer number of fans and followers who would watch the fight without shelling out an additional dime. "Listen, this is what this is all about. All these other fighters and all these others. This is all about jealousy. They wish they could do it, but they can't," added Mike Tyson. He brushed off those who appeared to doubt their accomplishments. He speculated that because they don't receive the same kind of attention, perhaps even some of the world champions are jealous. Logan Paul wholeheartedly concurred, highlighting the unprecedented nature of the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul matchup. He lauded the pair for their role in pioneering the first live sports event to be streamed on a major global platform like Netflix. Iron Mike agreed, but he added, you gotta count McGregor and Floyd started it. You know, McGregor and Floyd." Logan Paul also concurred. They did start the crossover. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.